Welcome back to Super Kingdom Hearts V 0.0 Final Mix HD featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. So, when where did we leave off last time, guys?
I believe it was our time to have a turn on the catwalk, so to speak.
Pretty close. So last time, you all went to Gabriel Agrest's party in the world of Miraculous Paris, uh, where half the party was security guards and the other half was actually there in the civilian capacity. Uh, there was some investigation going on with the security guards. Bob found, all the secret stuff that Gabriel Agrest has in the show because he's a supervillain.
I didn't. I didn't find that. I only found out that he's keeping his wife frozen in the thing there. So
I mean,
only his supervillain leaning stuff maybe, but not supervillain for sure things.
It's still super sus.
I was going to say, compare, like, Bob has managed to figure out more about the main antagonist of this show than the main characters have.
The thing is, what I found out that doesn't point him to being a main antagonist. He's only thing is hidden area where he's keeping his wife frozen kind of thing, which is suspicious, but
yeah. And also the butterfly motif on all of his stuff, all of it, because he's subtle.
I love this show.
John, I think
You see, the thing is that the butterfly motif. He actually is, but he's the moth. So they're distinctly different. They're distinctly different things.
Also, what was that you were going to say, Nate? I think John's mic's over his head.
Nope, it is not over my head. It's just quiet for some reason.
It's just a very sucky
I don't know what's going on. It's just quiet. I can't boost the volume anymore. Please increase my.
That's all right. I just noticeable for me.
Yeah, just gonna have to click his name and increase his output volume. Anyways, so after that happened, the party started. Everybody kind of kept an eye on things and hung out. Fu went to go get a drink, and also, I believe also, was it 2 sessions ago or last session that the whole Tsukasa being like, "Hey, I'm being cool and aloof because I might kill you, Fu." Was that 2 sessions ago or last session?
Last session.
Oh, last session.
All right. Yeah, so that happened. Fu went off to get a drink by herself and bumped into the waiter Raphael, who she recognized from class, while Tsukasa ended up dancing with a mysterious stranger. Everyone ended up taking a phone call, a group video chat together, except for Tsukasa because he was dancing with a mysterious stranger.
When Fu, then I believe Fu had gone out and saw him dancing with a mysterious stranger, gave him a "what the fuck, man" kind of look, and then left the party.
And then, left to go get Navi some macaroons like she wanted.
Yeah.
and then the phone call happened, where you were forwarded another video call of 2 random Interpol agents who were apparently in a time traveling machine for some reason. Who alerted you that there is a group of thieves at the party being led by a mysterious woman named Carmen Sandiego, who looks like the young woman that Tsukasa is currently dancing with. And that's where we ended last time. Except I'm going to open with you hearing that again, and suddenly there is a crash out from the center of the party. Tsukasa!
Yeah, what's happening?
All right, so you are dancing with this woman who has identified herself as Carmen Sandiego.
Mm-hmm.
And she's dancing with you, and the song comes to a close. And you start making your way off the dance floor. And she, thank you for indulging me, Professor. That was really nice.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. So, I'm actually going to use one of my moves because, while Tsukasa might not actually know who Carmen Sandiego is, his weird, I know a lot of things about a lot of different worlds for no good reason ability might. So I'm going to roll my, I should have gotten my character. That's what I should.
So which one is that? Conference call or?
No, the look beyond these world kind of.
Oh, Worlds Apart.
Yeah, Worlds Apart. I'm gonna because I want to know what she's done on other worlds.
All right, roll plus heart.
I failed.
All right, you receive a vision of your adversary. So mark that experience, and you're talking to her, but you're a little distracted because you see someone behind her, lost in the crowd near the stage. You think you see the weird man who talked to you in the interrogation cell at the Zootopia Police Department. The man with the bucket hat and all that.
Yes.
You see him in the background.
Yeah, I will politely, or actually, no, I'm Tsukasa. Tsukasa will just disengage from the conversation abruptly and move towards this strange man.
All right. So as you start kind of pushing through the crowd, does Tsukasa get a little like harried about it? Like as he starts kind of losing the guy in the crowd, he starts pushing a little harder to get through.
Yeah, probably.
All right. As you kind of start pushing through the crowd, you kind of bump into one of the waiters, and he just eats it. Like he falls to the ground, canapes go flying, and
I don't know what this role is, but can Tsukasa do that cool thing where you catch something that goes flying in midair?
Are you doing the Spider-Man 1 thing where he grabs a tray and catches everything as it falls?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say push through stress with mastery just to be smooth.
Okay, that's with mastery or with mastery links?
Mastery, it's always with links, so mastery links.
Okay, well, that's +0, so let's see how I do. Yeah, no, I failed that as well.
Yeah, you go to catch
Actually,
it.
You know what? I'm going to spend my my heart link with Ladybug. I feel like for some reason this feels like a situation she might have found herself in at some point.
Probably.
Well, nope, that failed even worse. So, but I do unmark my adversary track.
Yay, and get an experience. So, yeah, you just you go to try and help him, and then you eat it as. So, everyone at the party, you heard the clang. The two people who are at the party, who I believe are Bob and Judge Dredd, you just see that Tsukasa and one of the waiters just ate it over by the stage.
I quickly go investigate to make sure nothing's happening.
Dredd just very slowly puts down his drink, sighs, God damn it. And yeah, he will not head towards the noise. He will he's going to head towards the mansion.
All right.
Hey, Dredd. What's the protocol for spills?
If it's red wine, dabbing it gently, then apply baking soda. If it's hydrochloric acid, you're looking at something more along the lines of some kind of alkali. If it's blood, I just give up at that point and throw it.
What about canapé?
I just lick that off. It comes out fine.
On it.
I was going to say, Dread's probably going to just kind of have that instinctive, okay, this is a distraction. What the fuck should I be looking out for?
So I want you to... do you want to deep dive, actually? Because it sounds like you're keeping an eye out for something.
Yeah, probably going to do that. Let's see.
Oh, man, Navi's too much of a floozy to actually be paying attention to things.
Also, what's Fu doing?
Well, she was going to, she was just gonna, deliver these macaroons to Navi, outside.
Which you did succeed in doing, but...
Which you did?
Yeah, because you got to her and gave her the macaroons, and then the call came in, so you know about Carmen Sandiego. The only person who doesn't know about the only person who doesn't know about Carmen Sandiego is Tsukasa. At least her being an international criminal.
Let's see. So she was gonna go somewhere to be alone and cry about it, but now I guess there's stuff to do. So yeah, she does head back inside.
Okay. So in that case, Dread, what is your one question? Remember that we're not using the actual deep dive questions because they're way too vague.
I mean, there's only one question. There's only one question I can ask, which is where on earth is Carmen Sandiego? I dabbed. You couldn't see it, but I needed to let people know.
No, you deserve it. You deserve it. But yeah, no. She is standing on the edge of the crowd and kind of pushing her way through to help Tsukasa and help clean up, kind of.
Yeah, Dredd's going to keep his distance and just watch her. He's not going to engage in the cleanup.
All right, so Bob's helping the cleanup. Navi's kind of helping the cleanup.
I'm more just making sure Sebastian's okay, and then gonna start look. Basically, make sure he's okay, and then start looking around, make sure nothing else is around it here, kind of thing.
So quick question: if Tsukasa looks around, is Fu within eyesight of seeing him wipe out?
She was not there at the time when he wiped out.
Yeah, she was at the front.
Okay, so she has not seen him wipe out then.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. She did see you dancing with another girl. And Tsukasa did succeed in making her jealous. But rather than probably the desired effect, she was just going to go cry about it for a while.
Oh, this reminds me. I'm going to tell you right now, this session might be a good session for at least one person to earn some Keyblades. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what choices are made. But, like, if you feel dramatically appropriate that your character is dealing with the darkness and standing up for themselves in their darkest moment or whatever, go ahead and summon a Keyblade for the first time. Have fun with it.
Okay.
Anyways, so
if it's me, I'll prod you a little for some narrative prompt.
I'm going to tell you when it happens. You'll probably know.
Okay.
But yeah, so Tsukasa seems to be okay. The only thing hurt is his pride.
Speaking of, I'm going to make a dark link with this waiter.
All right, go ahead and roll plus dark.
Okay, yeah, I get my 10 plus. Does this waiter have a name, or is he a rando?
His name is Raphael.
Okay. Oh, so he's specifically the waiter that I actually saw Fu with earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's actually getting it. I'm actually making that Dark Link then.
Okay, so it's a 10 plus. So
Yeah, my link move doesn't go off because my link move turns it into a distance otherwise.
yeah, you have a passive one.
Mhm.
But yeah, you and Raphael have dark links with each other now.
Okay. How do you spell that real quick?
Raphael.
Okay, just one double check. That wasn't something I was spelling. Okay.
As Navi has eaten as much canapé as she can, which isn't really that much, not even a whole canapé. She will also go for a dark link with this waiter Raphael because he really should have been holding on to that better. All the street is going to be wasted.
All right, do it to it.
Roll on that. That's a 9, and since it was dark, let me pull the sheet there. +1 is a 10.
All right, so not only do you get a dark, and he gets a dark link back. Everyone gets a dark link.
Nice.
That being said, since Fu, I believe you have a link with him.
I think it actually. I think I either failed to make it or I spent it on something.
Wait, I think you took it and then used your gain and experience.
Oh,
Party
sure,
with
yeah.
Fu.
Then I added.
Yeah.
I added as a dark link then.
So everyone gets a dark link.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't cause me to lock my Dark Link, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fu recognizes recognizes Raphael, frowns a little.
but yeah.
Um,
So Dread, here's what you see. People are kind of helping some of the people up because it wasn't just Raphael and Sukasa that fell over. It was Raphael, Sukasa, and like a few of the people nearby in the crowd because you bump into enough people.
It caused a complete disarray there.
Nice.
Mm.
And you're kind of watching. There's a little bit of a crowd, so you don't quite see what's going on. But you notice something.
Mm-hmm.
The way the fashion show has kind of been working is that the models have gone to the end of the runway, come back, and then stepped off and started mingling with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't quite register with you, but there was one of the models was in this beautiful green emerald outfit and had a emerald on her, on like a headdress thing. And then you kind of realize that emerald isn't there anymore.
There we go.
Yep.
And I don't know if you want me to make the logical leap for you or not.
Probably that in the all this confusion that got lifted.
Not that, but you know how you're looking for MacGuffin stones?
Yeah,
that
that
thought
would
hit you
also.
briefly.
Yeah, probably that as well. Fuck. All right. Well. Yeah. In which case. I mean, from tracking Carmen, like, was she anywhere near this
Oh yeah,
model?
she was helping people get up.
Okay, yeah. In which case, yeah, she's definitely gone for it, doesn't she? Yeah. In which case, Dread's
Yeah,
going to make his move. Just try and get as close as he can to Carmen, and then if he can get close enough, just grab her by the wrist.
Yeah, okay, but I will say at this point the crowd has started dispersing. Everyone's kind of going their own ways again.
Mm.
But you go up and you approach Carmen, and then you grab her wrist. And I'll just say that happens. Looks at you and says, "Excuse me."
We don't know anything suspicious there, so that's kind of right now. Though we kind of
Well, everybody except for Sukasa does know that she's a wanted criminal.
Yeah.
did we? I don't remember now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we got briefed.
Okay. Sorry. Just I double checked that. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Everyone except. Yeah, so you have her wrist, and she's like, "Excuse me."
Also,
Uh,
I guess seeing Dread do that, and then probably recognizing her as Carmen San Diego, Fu will be approaching as well.
I mm, I start trying to see if there's someone else that she has an accomplice there. Trying to, what will that be to try and look around to see if there's
It
anyone
would
else?
still be it'd be a deep dive plus heart. But we're gonna continue with the role play with Carmen here. So yeah, you have a wrist. Excuse me.
excuse me. I think I'd like it if you came with me, please.
Okay, why? And just she seems rather willing to go with it. Okay, like
Yeah.
a little annoyed that she's being dragged off by security, but she's not going to fight you.
Yeah, Dred's just going to get on his. I'm assuming there's an earpiece they've all got for security.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just go. Located the principal. Keep eyes open for any potential accomplices. And yeah, he'll just not letting go of her wrist. Just start walking her away from the crowd. Miss San Diego, we are aware of why you may be here and why the stone may be of interest to you. I'm here to let you know that we're not. I'm here to let you know that while we may not be. Well, we may not be unaware of your line of work. We are not necessarily interested in arresting you specifically. We just need the stone.
And where are you taking her? Just like off towards the mansion?
Just closer towards the mansion, but like we're not dragging her indoors or anything.
And she's very much like, I don't know what you're talking. I think I might have to persuade this one or convince someone.
Okay.
Which is plus heart.
Oh yeah, I got plus heart as well. I mean, it still depends on how well I roll.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. To be fair, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But man, you don't know. I've been like some games I've been playing online. I've rolled like hot garbage. At least PBTA tends not to ruin me quite so much.
All right, so she's going to kind of look at you. All right, a little bit quid pro. What's so important about this stone?
I mean, Dredd probably knows more than I directly remember about the stones, but they are these stones. They are potentially very dangerous, and they attract the attention of forces who would not shirk at the idea of killing you and anyone near you in order to get at them. We are simply interested in acquiring these stones and putting them somewhere where they cannot be used to hurt anyone.
If you know who I am and I'm not, so are we talking the Heartless? Something like that?
Yes, amongst potentially other groups who may be affiliated with them.
I'll be honest, I was suspicious when we got the tip on. If you want the stone, and not to invalidate what you rolled, Richard. So, what did Bob roll on his die?
I got the 10 there, so I was looking for accomplices or another group trying to go for the stone.
Okay, so
I guess my first question is, I'm using the mass questions as well right now, right?
No, just use any question. No restrictions, just
ask any where is the stone? Like, do I see any glimpse of it right now? Kind of thing.
You.
Or was that kind of too specific?
I'll let you have it. I mean, like, it's a pretty powerful one, but yeah, no. Raphael, the waiter, seems to be walking off with it. Like there was a handoff between him and Carmen, and he seems to be walking off kind of towards the woods behind the house to go out.
Okay. What? Um. Since I have two more, what? What is the biggest threat then?
Uh, you know what? I'll tell you. So as you're kind of looking out, trying to find what the stone is, Gabriel approaches you, and he kind of taps on your shoulders and says, "Excuse me, Bob, was it?
Yes.
I would like to inform you, and if you could inform the rest of the security team, that our VIP is finally here. Uh, as soon as the fashion show is done, she will be on stage and making a speech."
Okay. We'll keep an eye out and keep things secured. I'll go inform the rest of the team.
And then, do you have a third question?
I'm going to take suggestions for Elliot because he's kind of taking care of the big things right now.
Anything from the rest of the team? Anything you should ask for? You think?
Um,
I don't have anything off the top of my head.
I mean, like, just like straight up immediate threats, potentially.
Yeah. Are there any immediate threats coming in right now, kind of thing?
I mean, nobody seems to be going for violence, right? There's Raphael who's taking the stone, and Carmen Sandiego, and you think you see a third guy who isn't going full, like who's just kind of waiting and like doesn't look like he did any effort at all. He just like bought like a Party City masquerade mask. He seems to be packing a piece, but like he's not doing anything. He's just kind of looking around.
That's fair enough.
But yeah, if you're wondering, Carmen Sandiego pointed out to you, Dread. She handed it off to Raphael.
Okay, I'm gonna try and go to Raphael and try and stop him from leaving with the stone right now. Saying,
Are you gonna inform any of us as you're going
yes,
out?
I'm going. I'm just letting you see the person, see the Hannah person, and going for it.
Okay.
Just out of character, is Raphael like what one of the friends of the cat hero?
No,
I think this is just a waiter.
I mean you're thinking of Nathaniel, I think, but no. He looks like. Let me find a picture for you.
If it's one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm going to cry.
Foo. Should we assist Bob in apprehending this gem thief, or should we continue to monitor the party and ensure that it's safe for the VIP?
Oh, isn't that like the guy from the Wooden Thieves game?
Fu she just get like forlornly shrugs her shoulders at Navi. And then just kind of look amongst the crowd, and
Can
Dred's already taken care of Carmen Sandiego. Bob seems to have some things covered here, and she's just like, Whatever's best.
Question: can Tsukasa see Fu now?
I believe.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both of them, Navi and Fu went back to the park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Tsukasa is heading directly for Fu.
She notices Tsukasa and then just kind of just looks at the floor.
Yeah. And Tsukasa will like come up to her and say, "Did either of you see a man in a kind of bucket hat thing? Really out of place? No, not wearing a mask."
She just shakes her head.
No.
Okay, that's weird that he disappeared when he sticks out like a sore thumb.
Hmm. Tsukasa, you should go help Bob out.
Hmm.
He's trying to catch a gem thief.
He'll see who the gem thief is and say, "Yeah, I'll go do that. Keep an eye out for that guy, and come get me if you see him. I think he's dangerous." And then Tsukasa will run off.
Are you
What-
okay, Fu?
Yes.
Are you really okay?
Fine.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be looking for a heart container for you because you look like you're down in the dumps.
I'd give you a fairy in a jar, but that's very cruel.
It's terrible. Why would you do that?
Oh, would you jar a fairy? Come on, man. What the hell?
Haven't you seen Link do that kind of?
It's rude. uh,
More
yeah,
fairies are lost during boss fights than you would believe.
yeah, Fu just kind of sighs. And then, what's the current state of the party in general? Like, are there people still having a good time?
I mean, people are a bit, rattled by, a waiter eating stuff, eating crap and stuff like that. But like, things are going back to normal. Get the impression the fashion show is.
Okay. She's just gonna try to. She's gonna try and just seem like a just regular person here at this party.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, except it's gonna be very stiff and awkward uh and just she feels a little useless right now.
In that case, we are going to cut back to Bob and Tsukasa as they approach Raphael. So yeah, he's kind of going toward backwoods that leads to a side street and would lead back out to Paris. And he's just kind of, walking casually, not trying to cause attention anymore.
I'm gonna step for a minute. Excuse me.
He doesn't acknowledge you. He kind of keeps talking to him.
I grab his shoulder and try and stop him from moving.
So you're going to try grabbing him?
Yep.
Okay. That one I'll say is a strike with intent. So no, sorry, strike to subdue. So just roll plus mastery.
Give me a second. I think I have the. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, strike to subdue is roll harm. Mastery. It's 9.
All right, and I'll just say you grab him, and you're not going to take harm. He's not trying. So you take his ability to move away from you.
I have drive for him, so I could technically defend myself and still strike to subdue kind of thing.
That's fair, but he's not trying to hurt you anyways. So
I'm basically stopping his movement for now until Vasa gets closer to.
Yeah. Yeah, Tsukasa will can I say that Tsukasa specifically looped around the far side to appear in front of him?
sure, for dramatic purposes, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, as Tsukasa says, sorry, but I'm going to have to put you in detention unless you hand over the stone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We saw the handoff already, so we know you have it.
If you're gonna need to do it, you're gonna have to search me. I don't have it on.
What's the role to search somebody?
I mean, like you can just frisk someone.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
like
he's
I'm
good.
not gonna make you deep dive.
I'm saying glitch scan. Can I just do that instead? So you don't check.
Sure, I'll let you do that, but I'm actually going to make you defense. Or Tsukasa can roll for defense.
What stat is that use again?
Plus
Like
light.
No, I'm not great at it, but
I
I'll
have
do it.
0.
I have -1, but yeah, no,
I can-
I can do it. It's fine.
Sure.
Nope, failed that. So, my other experience. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually spend my link with him. I assume that he's the one attacking.
Oh yeah, no, he is.
Okay, yeah. So I'll burn my link with him to roll that. Okay, that's a 7.
Right. So defend from harm on a 7. Expose yourself to danger. Make a move. Good then. So as Glitch is scanning and Bob is holding on to his wrist, you see that Raphael is going to make a move, to, attack Bob and escape. Actually, John, if you would be so kind as to link the song I linked to you 2 weeks ago, not the one I linked to you today. All right, so you go to approach him, and he goes to strike Bob. He sees you coming, and literally, does a he kicks you in the chest, uses that as momentum to do a flip into the air, and gets out of Bob's grasp in the process. His coat comes loose, and instead of being dressed in his waiter outfit, he's completely changed into this outfit.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, take a harm, Tsukasa, as he just kicks you in the chest and sends you back, and he does get out of your grip. Bob.
Who is this
You know he
Fatora
has
tipping
some-
son of a bitch, and how soon can I shoot him?
Okay.
This
I'm
is
going
Phantom
to,
R, star of the video game Rhythm Thief.
Can you turn off the music, Jar Jar? I can't quite hear as well now. Okay, can you say it again? I didn't quite catch that.
But you know that he has it on him. He's out of your grasp, but you know he has the stone on. Glitch saw it.
Okay, I'm going to strike to Sadu then.
All right. Roll them bones again.
I can't seem to 9.
All
I'm
right,
just going to turn Glitch into a grapple hooker and just grab her and just grab the stone.
Okay, Glitch. So you're gonna. So this time he is striking to hurt you. So he does end up he goes and he gives you a kick in the chest as well. Glitch kind of goes over, so, and then he just starts to and he sees it and he's like, "What's so important about the stone anyway?"
It can we need to contain it before it can cause greater harm in this to this area world.
It's just a stone. How is the stone going to do anything?
It's a magic stone.
Classified.
Obviously.
It has potential to do more stuff there if you've not encountered any magic stuff. Hopefully you will not encounter any of this and get pulled into this side of the world.
I mean, there are magical superheroes in this world. I think,
Oh yeah, I guess.
Like, that's not like an uncommon thing.
True. Sorry, I keep on getting my tropes mixed up there, John. You're right. So you're saying it's a magic stone. It can cause lots of great harm if misused or call in things that are even more dangerous to this world.
All right, fine. That's Do you really think in that case, you really think you're better keepers of this stone than me?
Yes, because we actually know how to seal it so it would not cause any problems. While you didn't even know it had any other properties than being a pretty stone, I would say yes.
You know what? Roll persuade, convince someone, but take +1 forward because that's a legitimate argument.
Convince someone is
Plus heart.
and I take +1. I got 12 then.
All right, he stops fighting. All right, fine. Stone's yours. Sounded suspicious, anyways. And he chooses not to fight.
Okay.
Yeah, Tikasa will say, "You probably want to get out of here before our friend who's an actual cop comes to arrest you."
Fine. But wait, Luke, are you back yet? Okay, I think I missed it. Okay. Sorry. Okay,
By the way,
so yeah.
while Fu is mingling with people, Navi's going to do her best to help Fu out. I'd like to roll for a limit break to assist.
I mean, I'm not going to make Fu to make friends unless she actively chooses someone she's going to mingle with.
No. It just, if I get a success, it gives her +1 forward.
On mingling, yeah.
Yeah, well, to whatever. This is a +1 forward to an ally. Doesn't say anything about specifically.
Okay, so you're just choosing to you're creating that +1 just by boosting her mood right now.
Yes.
I'll let you have that. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's a 7, and it is plus light, which is a +1, which is an 8. So it's going to cost me. So I'm going to spend a link that I built. So I'll spend that Raphael link that I just got.
Okay.
And yeah, Fu has a +1 forward. As Navi really tries her best to like make you meet more people and like integrate and helps like get things for you.
Okay. And you know what? I think actually in that case, let me see here.
Because Navi can see social cues and be like, "Fu, it'll be okay."
Is Adrian still here?
Yes, he is.
Can I make a link with him by saying that Fu manages or that that Navi manages to get Adrian to ask her to dance.
Yes.
That's not hard.
Yes.
But Navi gets Adrian to ask Fu to dance.
So I guess some plus light then.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Lady in red is kicking my ass. Heel to cheek.
So let's see
And
here.
if yeah, once Navi does that, I'm also going to roll for that because Adrian is doing right by Navi.
So that becomes an 8.
That is a 6 + 1 is a 7. Unfortunately, it won't trigger my thing, but definitely do get a light with Adrian.
Okay, so wait. Here's the thing. You can choose to trigger, or you can choose to, or you can choose to take the link. So, do you want to give everyone else a light link with Adrian? Or do you-
Yes, because Adrian is a good person and needs to be liked by everyone.
So, what did you? First of all, what did you roll? What did you roll?
I got an 8.
All right. So either your link doesn't trigger, or I changed the link what it is. But it sounds like you.
Nah, I'm gonna have the link. I'm gonna get the link.
Okay then. So you have the light link, and
Yeah.
everybody except Navi link now with Adrian.
Serves Tsukasa right.
Question: I already have a dark link with him.
You don't gain more on your adversary track, but it switches up.
Okay.
Adrian.
Because after making Fu feel bad, you're suddenly feeling less petty, and like he seems to be making her happy right now.
Oh no! The second Tsukasa sees him, I'm gonna roll to turn that back into a dark link thing.
Still petty.
Excellent.
Tsukasa is extremely petty. I don't know if you know him.
I just didn't know you were willing to put this much effort into being this petty.
Here's the thing. Here's the best part. Here's the best part. You're what you dark at right now?
+2.
So you're rolling at a +3 because it's your highest. So go ahead and roll for it.
Yeah, way over 10.
Yeah. So you have a locked dark link with Adrian now.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
So go ahead and take that adversary track, locking it.
I don't actually take for locking it. I take for spending or refreshing locked link. I double checked this beforehand.
Okay, that's fair. Still,
I mean,
now you have a
the
locked
more
link.
locked links I have, the worse off I am for things. But
Okay.
because it's a constant source of adversary that I can't easily get rid of.
Unless you take some whatever unless you take mystic moves, because mystic moves are all about. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
so Yeah, things seem to have calmed down. Dread, what did you do with Carmen after she narked on?
I mean, standard procedure. Pile driver through a table. No.
Well, that's what happens. That's what snitches get.
It worked with the mime first.
Snitches get put in the fucking crab rolls, apparently.
Yeah.
Just spiked straight through there.
Tombstone lasts right off the top ropes.
Dreb is probably in the process of like handcuffing us or something, then probably saw this whole altercation go down, realised that she actually was at this point going to contribute nothing to the rest of this. It's like, alright, fine.
Oh, just gonna let her go?
I suppose he's just going to kind of glare at her through his helmet and just go, I'm taking a risk by letting you walk, but don't prove me wrong. And then he's going to just put his hand kind of on his lawgiver in the small of his back and start heading over to where all the fuss is happening.
She kind of says to you, like, Officer Dredd, I know we may not see eye to eye, but I just want you to know we're not the bad guys.
He's already walked away.
I know, but she's saying that she's walking away, and if you want to react to that, you can. But then you go off and you join, and that whole thing.
Nice.
But yeah, that altercation seems to be over. Though Raphael has stopped fighting and turned to walk away without the stone.
All right. What's the situation? Bob? Sagasa? Fu?
Operation Dance is a success.
Operation...
I would like to roll to make a dark link with Navi. Holy shit, I actually failed that.
Oh no.
Too adorable. You can't be.
Oh no. The 4 distance I have on in my distance counter says otherwise.
You know what? Go ahead and I'm going to say you make a light link with Navi because you're just like, no, heart link with. And link, I can make a move as hard as I want. Okay. So you guys can go ahead and.
Fu is she's enjoying a dance. Awkward, just so you know. She
Oh, it's
has
super
no
awkward.
idea how to communicate with somebody, or even how to dance.
Do Bob and Tsukasa debrief Dread?
I mean, Tsukasa will let Bob go first because he is also a little busy glaring at the dance floor currently.
Hey, Tsukasa.
Yes, Navi?
You should go and dance with her. I think she was upset with you. Leaving her and then going and dancing with that other woman.
Well, let's get something straight here first. She's the one who abandoned me in the middle of the party. Yeah, unless you're gonna offer something to me and like offer me some sweet XPs. Tsukasa's going to remain grumpy on the side of the dance floor.
You know what? Navi's not gonna do that. She's just
Alright.
going to just kind of double take at you and then kind of fly off.
All right, Dread, Bob, police talk, go. Richard, are you muted?
I mean, when you say police talk,
Yeah,
go,
sorry.
that's kind of
Sorry.
like...
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Sorry, I had mute for the thing, and I forgot to unmute, so I kind of been trying to talk to you guys for a while and getting nothing.
Whoops.
No problem.
I hate
So you
when
wanted-
that happens.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, Dread is approaching you after you've apprehended Raphael. He kind of went off, and you didn't sound like you stopped him. So
Bob, what's the situation?
We were able to retrieve the stone. Seems to be another one of those ones that we were looking for. So that part is complete at least, and we finish this bodyguard job and head back. Seems like he didn't know the stone was magical, so it seems like he was someone else was getting him to grab it. So it might be another team. So we should keep an eye out for that at the end of this party.
Okay, well, that's good work, I guess. Could have done with knowing who they were lifting it for, but I suppose they'll probably tip their hand if they want it that badly.
Well, I think kind of hard information to ask for them. They probably would, even if you ask, they would not that's not information they would share.
Yeah, no, I understand that as much. No, good work, Bob. Yeah, good stuff.
I'll just tell you. Actually, they were just tipped off that the stone was valuable and important.
Yeah, I think Carmen
And
said like
slightly
that
dangerous,
this tip
so-
was too good to be true.
Yeah.
Okay, so they kind of just got to that valuable thing to grab.
Yeah, that would sync up with what Carmen said as well. So
Okay, so whoever sees it. Actually, did we know who was the one that had who was it taken from, kind of thing?
One of the models as part of
Yeah.
the fashion design.
it was an emerald that was part of her tiara.
Who was the designer for that?
Gabriel.
Huh?
Gabriel Agrest. This is his fashion show.
Doesn't mean everything is his. But he might some upcoming ones doing some of the designs here too.
Yeah, this one is personally his. But yeah, as you talk about this and try to figure out what's going, you could both kind of look at the stone and notice it's suddenly getting a lot paler.
Didn't if I remember, didn't the red one, the ruby, also do pale when danger was coming? Something else
Yeah.
there now. Oh
Yeah.
crap! Looks like something's approaching. Okay, this one's paling like the ruby from that dragon place too.
Drock. All right, we need to disperse the crowd.
All right. Meanwhile, as you guys are saying, the fashion show comes. Gabriel Agrest is up the stage and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important guest, leading designer, all the way here from Japan, and I'll let her introduce herself. It's just it's a special surprise for all. I hope that you can all enjoy the words of someone who has influenced this industry even more than me, I'll admit." And then he steps backstage, and the lights kind of turn off. Everything dims. You can see the night sky above you. And then you hear the clack, clack, clack of heels. John, if you could play that song. Stepping out from the shadows into a spotlight is a woman tall, wearing a white dress. Her hair seems to shimmer like that of rainbows, and her eyes glow a faint gold
Oh,
as she speaks. Ladies and gentlemen, what is clothing? Clothing is sin, mankind's original sin. When mankind ate of the forbidden fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, he became ashamed of his nakedness and covered his nethers with fig leaves. And as she steps out and continues the speech, there are two figures flanking her. The first is a young woman you've never seen. She's in a pink and purple frilly dress, and in one of her hands looks to be what's one half giant scissors, almost wielded. The second figure, however, is one that one of you recognizes. He walks tall, wearing a long brown trench coat. His hair is slicked back, and he has a scar on his face. Both him and the other woman have golden eyes. In his hand is a strange blade, one that at its base has a revolver-like chamber. Fu, you recognize him. He looks older, taller, but this is Cypher.
Cypher. She's gonna try and get him to recognize her or see her or something.
You're going to move to like the front of the crowd?
Yeah.
You move toward the front of the crowd, trying to get into his line of sight. He doesn't even seem to acknowledge you, as the woman continues her speech. We here at Revox have made the finest clothing, and it is with our ambition that we try to use the finest products, the finest fabrics, to make the best clothes. But what I've realized in all my time here on this earth is that the most important thing is heart. It is with that that we can truly do the finest work. Which is why I'm taking all of yours. And then she snaps. Heartless start appearing along the stage and in the crowd, and people start screaming. And she simply shouts, "Get them!" Blade in hand, Cypher and blades in hand, Cypher and the girl in the pink jump into the crowd and start going after people.
Well, immediately, Sukasa's got his belt out. Attention! And, like, because I assume Fu is right at the front of the crowd that's about to be attacked upon, I'm gonna roll to defender.
All right, roll plus light.
All right. I'm going to use my link block with Fu. That's a 9.
All right, so get the 9 plus this one. Expose yourself to danger. Okay, yeah. So, expose yourself to danger. You get in the way, and here's the Cypher was running along the catwalk. You hop up on the catwalk, block him, and meet him. So now you're in the way. You've got all of Cypher's attention. But don't put away your soundboard yet, because you start hearing the sound of gunshots, and then you hear a voice say, "Can't let you have all the fun, Decade." And also climbing onto the catwalk is a man in a like brown leather coat, and he's holding some weird looking gun. And then he pulls out a card himself.
Kamen Rider.
Henshin! Yeah, so he puts the card in the gun, shoots, and he transforms into a.
Sorry, wrong sound effect.
Yeah, so standing, looking at Cypher from behind as you're facing Shadow Cypher is Kamen Rider D End. But yeah, what is everybody else doing?
Absolutely, just being absolutely baffled right now.
We're gonna put a pin in this. Fu, we'll get back to you. I have something special planned for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Real quick before too much action goes, I would like to make a heart link with the end.
Do it.
I failed that.
Right.
Okay. First thing to I'm gonna make a dark link with Rygo. I think that's her name again. I don't know.
Yeah, Raigo Kiryu. Yeah.
Yeah. Making a dark link with her, and dark links I get +1, right? My highest gets +1, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you're gonna get a dark link with the end, actually.
Okay.
Because you're just like, who's this douchebag trying to steal my gimmick with a gun because he thinks he's cooler than me?
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled 11, so 13.
All right, so both of you get a link on one another. So Rego has a link with you.
And I also get my link move goes off, so all lock links are activated.
Mark another on your track as you refresh your.
Yeah. So I am now. That is my 7th box.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Sorry, John.
No, it's fine.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to save that till like next war, just so that way this already complicated fight doesn't get more complicated.
Well, speaking of complicating the fight, refreshing that lock link actually allows me to do something.
Sure, go ahead first. I was going to defend the citizens, but you can do something first.
I'm pretty much sure you can do what you need to do. I'll do it after.
Before they do any of this, though, can Navi buff the party?
Sure, roll buff the party.
Buffing the
You
party.
literally have that move.
When the
When the
support
party's
class
back,
arrives, when the support class has got low initiative, it's like, oh god, hang on.
let me give you +1 initiatives, you assholes. See, that's an 8 that I rolled plus let's see, that is heart. Navi's heart is +1, so that's a 9. So my friends all take +1 forward, and I take a -1 forward.
Oof.
So everyone has a +1 for their next roll. And
But
Bob, you were going to defend some people?
Yeah, I'm trying to defend, yes. And that's light. Yep. I'm gonna use. I rolled a 4, so I'm gonna use a link my link with Connors and show me some techniques or spells I can use to help cover a wider area to defend multiple people.
All right.
And I got a 10.
All right, and that was defend someone. So yeah, you just like they're heartless going for people, and you're just, you know, bouncing around defending people. You know, heartless and Cipher and Nui are just attacking people.
I'm basically focused purely on just defending the civilians as they running screaming out the door.
Yeah.
I
Or
also,
running to go transform for the case of two.
actually, do I see where the Gabriel was what Gabriel's doing, since he's kind of going, this is not what I expected to happen.
He moved backstage and you haven't seen him. Now, Dread, what were you doing?
Dread was just seeing all of this and centering his vision on the VIP, whatever her name is. I have no idea who the reference is for. Yeah, he's just gonna growl under his breath, Anderson, and then just bellow, "This is the police, Roxanne!" And just project a huge semi-transparent version of Judge Anderson holding a much bigger version of his lawgiver. And I'm going to use my dual identity move.
Yes.
Just Dread has finally accepted this situation is fucking ridiculous. I get to go ham this once.
No, not her.
Not her.
Oh, it wasn't her? Who was it?
No.
The big bad one. The mother.
Yeah.
Oh, the mother. Okay.
So I'm going to spend my link with Anderson.
Not my waifu.
Which thankfully is locked, so it stays there. And I roll plus heart, and I've got that +1 forward, so I'm rolling at +3. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That just gets me to 10.
All right, so you succeed in a flashy way.
So basically what I'm trying to do is put her away from everyone else so I can take her on one-on-one. Oh wow!
Oh yeah,
I should not knock her, but she's got a chest situation which requires a lot of tape.
Yeah. You just fire a massive sand bullet at her, and like she does the anime where like someone gets hit by a powerful attack and like has to kneel down and like drag march on the ground. You know, she looks pretty rough after you just shoot her dead thing. Then she just looks at you, and then like dramatically leaps over the entire crowd and just gets face to face with you.
Yeah, Dread.
I'm not going to make a fool of my show.
In that dress. You're already doing that for me. He just spins the lawgiver around his finger and reholsters it. Let's dance.
All right. Fu. My dear Fu.
Yes.
You're just in shock. And then for a second, your vision seems to darken. And you hear a voice in your head. Bittersweet taste of betrayal. First, the boy you love runs off another one for the night. Now your childhood friend has become a monster. Don't you want to take revenge? Don't you want to show those that wronged you just how wrong they were?
Who are you?
I'm Hawkmoth, and I will give you all the power you need. One condition. And I'm gonna have you make like a will save. I have an idea for this. How many heartlings?
How many heartlinks do I have? I have
Yes.
3.
How many darklings do you have?
I have 4 darklings.
Ooh. So this is kind of going to be take a blow from masks. How you want to blow? You're gonna be rolling at a +1.
Okay. I got an 8.
All right. So here's the thing. You have a because you got a partial hit on this one. You have a choice.
Mhm.
You can either accept this offer and temporarily become a villain, but you'll get like plus you get some like +1 forwards on your,
Mhm.
or you can take a harm to like shake it off and modify your will to go be stay heroic and try and save the day on your own terms.
Okay. Um, I will. I will take a blow and stay heroic on my own terms.
All right, so yeah, you take that harm, and this is the opportunity I was. Uh, well, yeah. So you reject Hawkmoth
Mhm. She's just
in
like
that case.
she just says, "Quiet. No one's allowed in my head." And then she basically forces that out of her head.
Yeah, you do,
Uh,
and you just push it out, and you push those thoughts out. And you can kind of see in the corner the black butterfly, like you saw fighting Mr. Mime earlier.
mhm.
But that just kind of
And then she will climb she will just uh make a running climb up upon the stage,
right. You land
because
on
that's where Cypher is. Yes.
yeah. Cypher's on the catwalk. You got
Yeah.
Decade on one end, D end closer to the stage because D end has guns.
Mhm.
And where are you going to be in that Cypher? Celebration?
She is going to be because he's on the catwalk. She's also going to be on the.
Are you going to be like between him and D end?
Yes.
Between him or between him and D end?
She'll be between he and Dian. Yeah.
Right.
And she just calls out Cypher.
Cypher turns and looks at you with a look that it's almost unrecognizable. Like, this is not the Cypher you knew at all. You can see in the gold in his eyes that this is someone else, almost.
Furrows her brow. Don't recognize me, do you? Fine.
I've got no idea who you are, and he points the gun blade at you.
Fine. I'll beat the memory back into you. And uh I don't know what does she summon into her hand by sheer force of will?
That's a good question. Imagine, part of me is imagining the that like starry sorcerer's apprentice looking one from
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 2, I think. The one that's like the super good magic one.
Mhm.
I'm imagining that one.
Okay. Well, but like with the green sort of arrow / Eroga theme.
Yeah. You you can choose to customize it later because it's the heat of the moment right now, but
Yeah, she probably like barely recognizes what this thing is. She's like she was intending to cast magic at him, but this happened instead. Uh, and she's not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. And then she proceeds to charge him.
right, are you going to strike with intent or
Yes.
strike?
In fact, actually, let me see something real quick. There's a thing I was gonna grab as when this happened. I am going to go ahead and because I had one advancement banked.
I will say the one that Ed just linked actually looks really good for Fu, maybe, given the struggle theme.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. I like that.
Also, you have 2 linked now. 2 cached.
Oh, I have 2.
Yes,
Advanced?
you do. Yeah, you
Really?
have 2 plus 1 boards. Yeah.
Well, no.
No.
I'm using an advancement. I had one
Oh,
banked.
okay. Your advancement.
I had an advancement banked. So I'm gonna use that now to get strike raid. So I
Right,
can
that's the one
use
that lets
strike
you.
with intent with light instead of dark.
Perfect.
And yeah, she like takes this weapon in both hands, runs for him, and will strike with intent.
Do it, do it.
And I have a forward. I'm going to go ahead and use that. Seven. So I will deal harm and defend myself.
All right, so you go in and you get a good strike on him, and he goes to swing at you. You just start blocking it. Uh,
Probably
d-
probably like with great stress though. Like she blocks a hit and then like almost slides off the catwalk.
yeah. I will say you are thinking about the time you've struggled, and you're getting flashbacks.
Yeah. Yeah. Here,
And after that happens,
here's a tune for this.
yes. So yeah, off in the distance, you see flashes of green and red light, and out of nowhere, yeah, Ladybug and Chat Noir jump. Well, they join the fight, striking down Heartless. And you realize that actually even Carmen and Raphael are Carmen with like a, you know, Dick Grayson style retractable bow staff, and Raphael just, you know, doing punches and kicks and fighting the Heartless. Oh, so who wants to go next?
Sure,
Yeah.
I could go next, I guess. Actually, no, wait. Actually, yeah, Ed can go. Actually, he hasn't done much other than buff. He can go first.
Okay, so describe the scene. There's the Cypher fight with DM decade. Nui, the girl in the pink frilly dress, is just running into the crowd like a mad.
I guess I'm busy. Bob is busy there, basically defending the civilian by keeping her. So basically using glitch and shield form to keep on deflecting her and keeping her busy.
Okay. Yeah, and then Judge Dredd is about to fight Raggy. So, Navi, what are you up to?
You know what? Let's interfere with her name's Ringa, right?
Regio, yeah.
Ringa? Yeah, let's interfere with her from attacking. So I'm going to roll, let's see, and it's with dark.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled an 11, and my dark is +1, so that
And
is
you're taking a -1 from buff party move.
so back down to 11.
Yeah. So Regio looks like she's going to fight Dredd super seriously, but she's like swatting at you now as you start flying around her and getting away.
But I need to know what you think about buttons for eyes. No,
Oh dear
you're
God!
famous.
Yeah, no, so she's just trying to deal with you. Dredd.
Wonderful. I have an opening. Dredd is absolutely not going to fuck around here. Yeah, I'm probably just going to strike with intent if I can find the right part of my playbook. Yeah, I will. I've got the move. I will judge you myself. Although that means I roll with light. Yeah. Which I am actually better at because my dark is -1. So, yeah.
But you're also getting a.
No, I already used my +1 on my standard move.
Okay.
But yeah, Dredd quotes a line from one of the instrumental guiding forces of the Hall of Justice. Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Yes.
And fuck it, he suplexes her. Because all I can think of is he just goes round and does a German suplex. For some reason, I can't get that out of my head. So,
It's how you dealt with Frank Hardy, so.
Yeah, fuck it. the ultimate resting technique. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, 5, 6, 7, oh no, 8, but same basic result.
And you got that +1?
I rolled an 8, so if there was a +1, it still would have only been a 9.
Okay.
Okay, so choose one of the options. You have to defend yourself because she cannot attack you because she's.
Take control of the situation.
All right, so yeah, you just take this hardcore badass anime villain and just like suplex her and get handcuffs on her. Move. Get out the riot spray or something. She's not dead, but she's out of the fight.
Yeah, he busts out the pocket riot foam and just hoses her down so she's sealed in this giant marshmallow.
What you weren't expecting was the gritty realism of American cartoon animation.
British, actually.
How dare you? How dare you? I'm a British product. I'm a satire of American police enforcement. Wait, where the fuck did that come from? My immersion. he says suplexing a character from one IP in the middle of another IP, surrounded by other people from other IPs.
It's almost like Kingdom Hearts is stupid or something.
I know, but it's gloriously stupid.
I love it.
Oh.
All
As
right,
you as you
so-
were saying that, I just all I could think about it was I'm just a dude.
I guess. Disguised as another dude.
Wait, does that mean you're Robert Downey Jr.?
Huh?
Never. I'll talk about it in the chat.
So, Bob, we're actually going to go back to you now.
Sure, I'm going to strike at new.
Nui, yeah, go ahead and strike intent or do.
Strike of intent.
Right, roll bone.
I got 13, 14 actually with the +1. The forward is the +1 forward for one roll or
It's just 1 + 1 forward, yeah, for the next roll.
okay then? Can I save it or?
You can choose to if you want. I mean, technically, I think +1 is always your next.
Oh, I should have used it last time then. Oh well.
That's fine. You can use it now or you can hold on. I don't.
I'll hold it because I rolled double 6.
Okay, then. So, what are you going to do?
I'm going to take control of the situation by saying successful evacuation of all the civilians is complete now,
Okay.
and I'm going to defend myself.
Okay, then. So you do manage to hit Nui, but it's a very defensive thing, like because you got the shield up, you like hit her with a shield, managed to push her back. But you've been defending people. All the civilians have escaped. Now it's just you, Decade, D-End, Fu, Cypher, Nui.
A lot of things.
Yeah, it's all the people who can actually fight.
Yep.
The miraculous people, the thieves, the villains, and the party members. There, summarized. But then she's like, yeah, she'll see. You're a lot tougher than you look. But you're ruining my fun. Keep on trying to fight you. Decade, we're gonna cut to you now. Fu just got a magical sword out of nowhere and is fighting the guy you were trying to.
Okay, well, so the first thing Tsukasa does is put away his sword.
That's fair.
And then he's just gonna he's gonna try and punch Cypher like to like keep him off guard. So I'm going to strike with intent. Yeah, so that's like a 12 something.
All right, so pick your two options.
Sorry, I moved away from the link for the page with all the options. I am going to defend myself from harm. Can I, and because I have drive form, I'm going to also take something from them to disarm him of his sword. So nobody gets to stab Fu today.
Okay, that's no. He no longer has the gunblade, but you managed not to hit him. He takes a harm. Is that 2 harm now? Though he is at 3 harm. Taking away his sword leaves him open. DN just bang, bang, bang. There are sparks coming off of Cypher now because he got shot by DN. Like, I'll leave him to you. I'll go deal with the little girl. He jumps down to go help Bob. Foo,
Does,
you now have a
does Cypher seem to recognize her yet?
nope.
Oh, she's gonna knock him out.
Roll for it. Do it. Do it.
Because that's what he would do to anyone else in the disciplinary committee if this were happening to them. She thinks. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. What goes on here? So he's been left open, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's actually going to point this magical thing she has in her hand, and she's going to cast magic.
All right, let's do this. I'm excited.
She's going to cast an arrow spell at him of some variety. Let's see if it's arrow or aroga. No, I fail. I miss.
By how much?
I rolled snake eyes.
Oh, well, I can't help
You want to spend a link to roll advantage?
Yeah, I guess I could do that. I'll go ahead and because she is right now fighting alongside Tsukasa, so I'll go ahead and tag my locked link with him to do that. Well, that was not much better. So no, still missed.
By how much?
I would have if I used a forward, it would be it would be a result of 4.
You fail.
Yeah, so I rolled snake eyes, and then I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
that
yeah.
was doomed.
Take your experience, and you go to do it, and then he actually just turns, and kicks the keyblade out of your hand, and then it reappears in your hand because it's keyblade.
Yeah. Or no, actually, he kicks it out of her hand, and then it just kind of like clatters off to the side. And next time I act, I'll probably summon it to my hand.
Yeah. All right, so they've all that. So let's cut back to Judge Dredd and Navi. He goes, dude, the big bad.
Yeah, Dredd holds up his palm for a high five with Navi. Ed is muted, but I'm assuming there is a little. Looks over.
I am muted.
Well done.
Yes. Navi will not leave you hanging.
Hey, it's not QTE. Don't worry. Poor Da Vinci. Yeah, in which case, logistically, it sounds like everyone's kind of got most of this under control. And also Foo's just pulled a fucking sword from nowhere, and Dredd's just not getting involved in that.
Maybe it means she's Queen of England or something.
Nah, he they confiscated Excalibur back in Mega City 1. God, what was it, like 35 years ago? Well, there's not like a fucking monarchy to be established. That would ruin everything. I mean, it would ruin everything harder than it already is. The Mega City 1 national anthem is just stoic silence. Punctuated with distant gunfire.
Oof.
Well, it depends where you are. Yeah, I guess with her. Actually, to be fair, hang on a second, because the both flunkies had golden eyes, right?
Yeah.
Is this big bad still conscious?
Yes.
That's not going to be conscious for any long. He's just going to take the time to just go set the lawgiver to stun and just tase her to knock her out. Because this seems like mind control. Or
Could that
some
be a
kind
Okay.
of glamour.
magic?
She's restrained. I'll let this happen.
I was going to say,
Not as you think, though.
like he said, he's had anti-psi training. He knows the whole idea of if people are being mind controlled, probably best to go for the person who's controlling them.
Okay, she cries out in pain as you tase her, and then she actually like fades into black smoke and disappears into shadow.
Dredd just very slowly looks at his lawgiver, double checks him.
You do see something left behind them. Anyways, what's Navi doing?
Good question. Hmm.
There are some Heartless around that are being fought by NPCs mostly right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bob is fighting aggressively direct, and everybody else is fighting Cypher.
I guess I'll try and strike with intent against just the nameless heartless by flying and poking at them with I don't know, some small sword.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Let's see. That is a 6. And that's plus dark, so that's a +1 is going to be a 7.
Right, so choose one option. Deal great harm, defend from harm, take control.
She's gonna be more wary, so she's gonna defend herself from harm. She's
All right.
trying to deal with him and not get
So
hurt.
you take out a shadow. Everybody's fighting. It's going great. Yeah, you're doing damage and you're fighting with Ladybug, and it's super. Back on the stage.
Do you already have a link with Ladybug? Ed?
Marinette.
I don't think so. Let me
Clearly,
check.
you need to make one because you're fighting side by side with her.
Fair enough.
Do you have a link with Marinette?
Let's see, yes, I do. Then I do have one with her.
Yeah, then you do.
Okay, it's a hard.
Because you're not an idiot. You know who these characters are.
Fair enough.
So we're going to cut back to Decade. You're on stage. Cypher's turning to go fist to fist with you. Now that you've discarded his blade. He starts swinging and trying to punch at you.
Okay, well, I mean, I think it's time for him to. Question. From Fu's expression, does it look like she wants to personally just beat Cypher, or does she just want him beaten?
It doesn't seem to matter. She wants to knock sense into him.
Okay. Well, yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the basic moves, see if there's something I can do. It's not.
Well, he is going to try and punch you, so you could defend from harm, basically.
Yeah, no, but I just want to I think that he's probably actually gonna try and cast magic, because I'm going to try and use one of my powers to just subdue him slightly.
Are you going to rider kick?
No. Okay, so I got a 10 on casting magic.
You get to choose 3.
Yeah, so I'm going to choose no unintended consequences, inflict a semi-permanent condition, and I guess bypass defenses. And I'm going to use
Attack Lido. Illusion.
to split myself into multiple decades and like basically grab Cypher, spin him around so that he's facing Fu, and just kind of like hold him there for her.
All right, yeah. Fu, you now have an open target, as multiple decades have appeared in the Cypher Open.
Yeah. She will reach out to this discarded sword and be a little surprised when it just kind of comes back to her hand. But time for that there'll be time for that later. She rushes in to try and knock him out now. So I'll strike with intent.
All right, rolling bones.
All right, I'm gonna use my forward, the last forward that I have, to get a 7.
All right, so choose one option.
I will do.
You don't have to defend actually because he's restrained. I'll give you that one at least.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I will do great.
Yeah, so you hit him and
Smack
there's a
him right
flash.
upside the head.
Yeah, you hit him and there's a flash of light. And as things seem to call, and after the light clears, you see Cypher and his eyes are no. And he just looks at you and he says, "Fu," and passes out.
She just catches him.
And he also looks like Kingdom Hearts Cypher and not FF8.
He's wearing a beanie.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Well, I mean,
Really?
yeah, and he's a little shorter because he's a teenager instead of, whatever.
There were teenagers in 8 as well.
I'm pretty sure he's a lot younger in Kingdom Hearts though. Like he's like
Yeah.
more young teen compared to old teen.
It's fair. Yeah. She catches them. Like kind of. He's very heavy though, and she like kind of collapses to her knees.
Yeah.
And doing so.
And like not to say that he got not doing normal, but Terra Norton and Terra look very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of the logic here. But yeah, he passes out in your arms.
Yeah. Probably could cut away there because that's
Yeah.
where she's gonna be.
Yeah. Bob, you are still fighting New, and another common rider has come to help.
Okay. I will. I got an 8 on my on strike. So I'm using. Let's see, strike to subdue. Since it's my. No, wait, no. I hear dark. No, I strike a dark because I got my +1 9, +1 4 is a 10.
All right. So you get to choose 2 options.
Yep, and I'm going to defend myself from harm, and then deal great harm. So now that everyone is free, I've switched glitch from a shield into uh, another sword point, and basically fighting her and like able to deal a good, strong counter blow to deal extra harm.
All right. And with the help from the end, the two of you managed to put it simply, you beat the crap out of. And she cries out and disappears into shadow, like a heartless, fading into shadow, a heart. As you just manage to like punch her, then he just shoots her in the back as you're punching her. She cries out in pain and disappears into shadow. The heartless seem to fade, and everything is quiet.
I guess since I kind of worked well, I'm gonna make a quick slight link with the end.
All right, go ahead and
It's my lowest thing, so I get an XP, and how this goes. I fail.
you know what? I will. You're gonna have a dark link with him for reasons I will get to. You'll see why.
Okay.
But yeah, everything has calmed down.
Ha! I've dealt with the last of the heartless. No one can stand the might of the Kokiri needle.
Yes.
Because she has literally just been stabbing Heartless with a needle.
Ooh.
And at least it's magical, so kind of at least.
No, it's really not.
just stabbing him with a fucking needle. Ooh.
What a way to go.
Also, now that the fight's over, D and D transform back to his.
What was that? You
Which is
cut out massively.
D end, D transform.
Oh, okay.
Now that the fight is over. There we go.
Bob, you still got the stone?
Yep,
Nice.
I do have it, right? Do I still have it there or not?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you still got it. You're good.
Okay, has it gone back to its normal luster and no longer pale?
Yes.
Okay, it looks like there's none of the other heartless around now.
Nice. Good work, everyone.
Okay, thanks for the help, Raphael.
No problem. You know, they're breathing heavy and stuff. By the way, you see on stage, you see John, did Sukasa detransform?
John is muted.
Yes. Yeah. Tsukasa detransformed.
So you see Sukasa Fu and a passed out. The third guy is passed out in her.
Okay, so he hasn't turned into mist.
No, he's fine.
Okay, he's actually him. Cool. Yeah,
She didn't turn her sword onto shadow disintegration mode.
Shut up. No one dies in these games, I think. I've never played any of them or know anything about any of the fucking lore or continuity.
Goofy dies in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Well, thanks. Now I don't need to play it.
It's okay, he gets better.
Of course he does. Fucking JRPGs.
It's
Especially if
literally
it's
the
and
most
it's a
BS
Disney.
thing.
Of course, it's a Disney character as well. You can't kill Disney characters.
People do die. It's just a lot of weird metaphors happen.
When you said that, it's like, Aerith.
Look, if Final Fantasy VII Remake is anything, I think Aerith's just going to see Sephiroth coming from behind, turn around and deck him with a chair.
Yes.
Oh, did you play 7 Remake?
I have not yet. I am planning on actually getting it when I have any amount of money.
It's so good.
I have seen the scene where Cloud's dressing up for the club, and he just goes, "Yep, nailed it. I know." And I'm like, my princess.
I saw that thing, and that scene just is so hilarious. There, it's like, that's looks really great.
But
All right.
yeah,
So-
Dred's is gonna kind of lift up the empty cast of the riot foam and go, mine sort of disintegrated. Has that happened to anyone else?
Yes, the girl in the purple dress also disappeared after we struck her with physical blows. So I don't think just it's them dispersing back. So
I guess
it might just be their
projections or copies.
projections. Basically,
All of the little black heartless also disappeared in clouds of smoke.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's normal. For
By
humans,
the way, Dredd, you find a letter on the phone.
Yeah, he'll open it up.
I think this link should work.
Is it just gonna be fuck you?
No.
To whomever it may concern, fuck you.
You killed me, you bitch. Fair enough. Yeah, Dredd scans the letter for a second, kind of heads over to where everyone else is. I just found this where she disincorporated. It's covered in some kind of beat poetry. Actually. No.
Signed, Jack Kerouac.
Oh, fucking that'd be amazing. It all makes so much sense now. As the sun seems to appear less and less, so too does my mind clear. It feels as though a veil has been lifted from my eyes. I can see everything perfectly. I understand the power of the darkness now. The king was right. We should spread this power as far as we can. Already he prepares an army to invade the neighbouring kingdom. They have a line of princes and princesses of light on the throne, but maybe, just maybe, we may be able to destroy them and leave only darkness in our wake. Like, this is like the edgiest shit tier poetry I think I've ever read.
yeah.
Don't forget what's in the parentheses at the top.
Yeah, he kind of dismissed it. It goes back to the top, and then just again, I keep playing characters with no discernible facial expressions. It's fucking me over. Nate knows this a bit more than the rest of you. But he just kind of goes,
What?
Vizier's report, number 3.
Not what I meant. I meant stuff in the.
Oh, just the random shit around the sides. Yeah, there's also just random words with the most repeated words being darkness and chaos.
Oh boy. It looks like something. I think I heard Connor mention something like some things about a Vizier kind of stuff. So it might be something. Report back and get this taken care of as well, and see what they know about whatever we encountered.
I mean, it does raise the question of why that was in a letter.
Yeah, it's not really a letter. It's a report. So maybe someone's taking notes on loose sheets of paper and then bind this one properly.
I guess. It's intel at the end. It's intel and it's actionable, so we might as well make use of it.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can figure out more from this and see what else is going on here. I guess we need to check in to make sure here that all the guests are okay and check in on with our host and make sure he's fine.
Yeah.
Did you see? Tsubasa, you want to say? Did you see any signs of him up there?
No, I did not see any signs of him. He kind of disappeared right after the fashion demon showed up.
I will say, as this talk is happening, Chat Noir and Lady approach and are just like, Thank you for your help. Chat Noir turns to Tsukasa. And I was wrong about. I'm big enough to say that you really helped us out here today.
Yeah, Tsukasa will like just shrug and say, well, I mean, I was here anyway, and besides, it's not you who I was really helping.
Yeah, then their things start beeping and those two run off to go detransform. And around that time, actually, Gabriel Agrest steps backstage, and he seems a little bit proud. Like it's like I chose the right security people for the job. I didn't expect this was happening, but
Well,
whatever this was, thank you.
Well, like you said, you picked the right people for the job.
Quick question: since all of us are immune to the BS, like nobody can figure out my identity, stuff that goes on in this world, does Fu recognize that voice?
Does she?
He's the villain, so I won't give you that. It's funny when it's everybody else heroes. I'll say it seems familiar enough to like I've heard.
Just to be sure, then I'll go ahead and deep dive.
Right. And run bones.
So I get a 9.
And I assume your one question is going to be, do I recognize that voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you think this guy's voice is a little raspy, a little gentler than the voice in your head. Like you feel like if this guy like cleared his throat and put on a voice to be more dramatic, then it might match the one in your head.
She like kind of gently gently stands up so that Cypher's head is no longer resting on her lap. And stands up and picks up that sword-like thing and points it at him. Voice in my head.
He raises his hand somewhat aggressive, don't you think? I don't know what you're talking.
Offered me a deal.
For security, you seem to run friend. Yet dress.
Is Tyler cutting out for anybody else or just me?
He
For me
cut
too.
out hard there for me.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
Sorry, I was muted.
Okay, yeah, but he turns to Dredd and says, "Your friends, the edges, secured."
Again, like
Yeah,
every other word.
half of every word.
Me.
And then Tyler died.
I think he's just resetting.
We're in a godless universe.
I mean,
oh no.
that was true before we entered this.
All right, did that help at all?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
you're very
Odd, actually.
intelligible.
All right, okay. So yeah, so he raises his hands defensively and says, Your friends seem a little rough for friends of an officer, as he's being threatened.
Dread just kind of looks back over at the Holocast and goes, I just defended your guests in your estate by producing a psychic projection of my partner officer, and then suplexing an antagonist and encasing them in riot foam before tasing them in the face.
And this one is pointing a sword in. At least it looks like a sword.
I'm willing to trust her judgment over anyone else's right now.
All right, at that point, D-End, the guy with the gun, just runs forward and just decks him in the face. And just grabs his lapel and starts punching him.
All right, then. She lowers the blade and is like, oh. Well, never mind then.
What happened to? I catch something about something coming out and punching him in the face.
Yeah, it was
D-End.
Yeah, the end.
Just gives him a few good punches and just shakes his hands and steps back. Yeah. That felt good, stuffy prick.
Okay. Yeah. Why did you do that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a problem considering someone was pointing a weapon at him. I thought we were about to jump in and all attack here. I'm sorry. I misread the situation of intimidation and violence.
It's okay. We only lost out on exposure.
Fu shrugs at him because don't throw her into this. She was gonna hit him with a sword.
Nothing.
Like Diane just hastened what she was going to do. So yeah, she just shrugs at the end as if to quietly say, sorry.
To be fair, he was more throwing it back at Bob for being like.
I'm just saying, it was more of a accuse someone or something, and before he hasn't gotten into anything beyond that, kind of. Usually, it's kind of wait until they crack or do something or try and escape kind of thing.
Yeah. Plus, have you been around this world? I don't know if you've noticed, but none of these secret identities seem to stick. You could tell the world that he was some sort of villain that you're accusing him of, and nobody would care.
Seems like it.
In 2 weeks, they'd find some way that he wasn't actually that villain, and nobody would care.
Strange predicament.
So, we got the gem, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we secured what we needed. Everything else is, well, secondary, unfortunately.
Okay, so
Time to leave.
Tsukasa, having figured out that magical beeping jewelry has something to do with people's powers, he's gonna check Gabriel for any rings or earrings or anything, and just take all of the jewelry off of him. So he
Give me your
That's-
bling.
You just rob him.
well,
That-
Run the jewels, bitch.
You don't find much of anything beyond an old wedding band. So
I mean, Tsukasa will take that. He doesn't know what magic jewelry.
it's fair.
Oh no. Okay.
You just
Uh.
steal his damn wedding ring.
Ooh, that is.
Look,
Cold. It's fair.
with the information Tsukasa knows, that this legitimately could be how he had superpowers.
It's fair, but still.
Yeah. With the information I, as a player, know, I know I'm just being a big dickhead. So,
But yeah, at that point, the end and the pair of thieves, they all get together, and it's like, well, if you guys got the gem, I guess it's time for us to go as well.
Actually, Decade will toss them the wedding ring. Not sure if this has anything to do with his superpowers, but maybe keep that safe and away from this world.
Kaito catches it and he looks at it and says, "You know, Decade, treasures are irreplaceable. That's why I steal them." And then turns and starts walking with the other thieves. And unless you have anything else you want to do here, I believe you guys are basically done.
All right.
Yeah.
All
On the
right.
Gummy ship ride back, Navi is scrapbooking.
All right.
Yeah. Fu is. She's very focused on Cypher and his well-being here. There's a lot of things that she has to that she needs to confront now, and a lot of questions she needs to ask.
Mhm.
But this is the most important one to her right now.
Some you might actually get answered in the downtime next week. 2 weeks from
Yay!
now. Anyone else have any final opinions?
Just
No.
gotta say this Gummy ship is now probably lousy with glitter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lousy with glitter.
Before it was saturated.
Wait,
That was
wait,
a-
hold on. I've got one more musical cue.
Oh no.
I'm worried now.
I'm bracing
No,
myself.
you see, I have to play this one because we just finished.
Yes.
I have no idea
Cue the
what this
outro.
is.
And the thing is, I actually have a perfect ending scene to go along with that stinger. Because what happens is we do have not an after credit scene, but you've all done your thing. We cut back to like the next day. We see Carmen, Raphael, and Kaito, the end, are all sitting at they're all sitting on a Paris rooftop cafe, sipping drinks and stuff, and they're all kind of talking about how like something was up and they need to look into this job more. But Carmen turns to Kaito and says, "By the way, sorry we didn't get the stone. I know you're a bit more into this game." And he's like, "Don't worry. I found something of my own to be a bit more valuable." And he gets up and starts walking away, and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out what looks like a butterfly or moth lapel pin.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh,
And he
dear.
tosses it in the air, catches it, and keeps on walking. And the ending stinger screen is like him holding it while like all you guys are heroic posing in the corner. There's Paris in the background because it's just a splash screen for.
Oh man,
That's
Tyler, I really enjoyed this session.
yeah, that's a really good one. Wow,
Yeah, that
lots
was some
of
good
twists
shit.
and turns.
Nice.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm,
Just the lovely amount of different bullshit you're dumping out. It's wonderful.
yeah. No, here's the thing. I'll admit, every time in the other game and this game, both times I've ran this specific session, I always get super worried because there's so many moving parts.
Mhm.
No, it came
And I
together
do
pretty
ch-
damn well.
Yeah.
And I do change them up a bit from group to group because you know
I assume Cypher isn't in other groups.
no. In the other group, it was Nordered Ryuko, and Nui was tied to one of the characters. the original character, because both of the characters are like shape-shifting people with Lolita fashion, so we tied that in together with like weird cloning stuff. But yeah, no, it was and also D-End wasn't there because that's a Kamen Rider thing. But yeah, no, I'm glad you guys had fun.
Yeah, it was good.
And I'm glad you got your Keyblade Fu, because now
Yes.
you've unlocked it, and you unlocked a subplot that's going to come up